I know where you're trying to lead me.
So you can lie to America.
Me lie?
Are you satisfied with Cam Newton's play this season? Oh, wait.
Yes, I am satisfied. Yes, I'm satisfied. I'm glad you used the word satisfied because it's a key word in how I'm feeling towards Cam Newton right now. I'm looking at Cam Newton like he's the lipstick on this pig, and the pig is the Patriots team. Go back to this offseason. Go back to when this team was rocked with COVID and had the 8 opt-outs and the starters who said, I won't play this year for the Patriots. Were they considered a playoff team? No. Were people going out there, even Colin Cowherd, our guy, saying that this is a 5-11 team? Yeah, a lot of people were saying this team is finally going to lose its reign in its division because they don't have the weapons. To the tune of, that's why Tom Brady is not there right now. So no weapons, rocked by COVID, and it's supposed to be a transitional year. Not necessarily a rebuilding year, but a year for them to retool. What? Get a quarterback in by the name of Cam Newton. We don't have all the weapons we need, but we have $60 to $80 million next offseason for us to address those team needs and resources. So Cam Newton comes in, here's the lipstick on this ugly pig, and you now want to pick this moment to talk about Cam Newton and his play at the quarterback position. When? Why? Because Cam Newton just went 3-1 over the last 4 games. Oh, beating playoff hunt teams like the Ravens and the Cardinals. Oh, no team other than the Saints has more wins over the last 4 weeks than who? Cam Newton and the Patriots. But this is the moment you want to pick. I understand when there was times where you're like, Cam, y'all losing and you're not playing well, but the team wins, and then you pick this moment to try and strike. I know you're going to strike, so I'm going to interrupt you right now as you Google because you don't have enough notes to combat me, and let's hear what you got to say about this. Let's juxtapose each other.
America, America, America. You know Marcellus has lost an argument when he starts making up phrases.
What'd I make up? What'd I say? Did I say something?
Cam Newton is beating playoff hunt teams.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they ain't in the playoffs yet, but they contention. It changes by the week.
He ain't beating no playoff team.
Oh,
Cam is beating.
We had to beat. Wait.
You have to say playoff hunt team.
Cam Newton has beaten a playoff team.
Argument. He has.
I was about to say, don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm saying in the last 4 weeks. Ain't my fault. It's the schedule.
I just found it comical.
Me too. When I wrote it down.
Look, here's my issue, Marcellus. And no, I'm not satisfied with Cam Newton's play this season.
Hater.
Pains me to say this. I like Cam Newton. But 3 times over the course of your argument, you said weapons. He didn't have weapons. You said he didn't have enough weapons. You said he didn't have the weapons he needs. Yep. Marcellus Wiley 3 times just said to y'all that the Cam Newton doesn't have the weapons.
Yeah.
I just find that funny coming off of a block in which you disregarded the lack of weapons for another quarterback. I found that funny. I'm not going to make this racial.
Okay.
You know, it's 2020.
You want to go there? You're trying to sell that book again. It's already selling enough.
But I found that funny. Let me get to my point. Let me drop the sledgehammer on this man for y'all. Marcellus, what am I going to be satisfied with? The 9 interceptions? What am I going to be satisfied with for Cam Newton? The 4 touchdown passes? What am I going to be satisfied with when I look at Cam Newton again? This pains me to say because I like Cameron Newton. But you told me the first day I got here, you said, Acho, on this show, it's facts over feelings.
Yes.
You said don't ever let your compassion for an athlete, don't let that make you disregard the facts.
So what happens when Carson Wentz comes up? You always disregard the facts.
I speak facts. So I'm going to talk facts right here. Marcellus, let's look at the Patriots season. Cam Newton against the Cardinals throws an interception with 4 minutes left. If not for the Cardinals missing a 45-yarder, they lose that game.
Oh, that counts.
Cam Newton against the Buffalo Bills fumbles, and they lose that game. Cam Newton against the San Francisco 49ers, 3 interceptions in 3 quarters cost them that game. Cam Newton against the Denver Broncos, 2 interceptions. His defense held the Broncos to only 18 points. He cost them that game. So as I look at it, out of 11 games, Cam Newton has cost his team 3 and should have cost his team the 4th. Let me go somewhere else for you. 2 best games Cam Newton's played this year statistically. Seahawks, loss. Texans, loss. So statistically, the 2 best games that Cam Newton has played, you told me this 2 weeks ago. Cam threw for 397 yards against the Seahawks, threw for 300-plus yards
I'm into rating a little more because it factors everything, but I'm listening.
But the 2 best games statistically that Cam played. Okay, we don't have to go there.
Yeah,
Let's go with the best game that Cam Newton played.
Let's go.
The Jets.
Let's go.
The best game Cam played was against the worst team we have seen in 2 decades. So I just can't sit here and say that I'm satisfied with Cam Newton, who's cost his team 3 games. He said that as well. Nor can I say that I'm satisfied with Cam Newton for playing his best game against the worst team in the history of the NFL, arguably. So you tell me.
I'm telling you.
You're satisfied when I just told you all of that.
Oh, let me tell you about an offense that averages 364 yards a game with Cam Newton. But you want to point out the time where they only have Cam Newton throwing for 80 yards. And you want to say, oh, that's the problem. But did they win that game? Yes, they did. You forget who this team is. A team that only lost close games to Seattle, Denver, and Buffalo with Cam Newton on the field. That's 5 points, 6 points, 3 points. Inches, one play away. Cam Newton instills the confidence in this team that is lacking its resources around it. That makes it a team that is actually in contention. This wasn't a team in contention before Cam Newton. Now with Cam Newton, you are in contention. We'll see how that plays out. But here's the thing, why Cam Newton is not Carson Wentz. How much does Carson Wentz make this year? $39 million. Okay, so we don't have enough money really to address anything else. And we still have some guys here, but we can't address everything. How much do you make, Cam? $1 million. Oh, do we expect the same thing out of you? I know the title's the same, quarterback. Carson Wentz is expected to do so much more. You can almost say 39 times as much as Cam Newton based on just what they're paid. But beyond that, let's look at Cam Newton, who's still playing better than your guy, Carson Wentz, still playing better than a lot of quarterbacks. According to my Pro Football Focus rankings, Cam Newton is at 17. I wonder who's under him, playing worse than him by the evaluators. Phillip Rivers. Whoa, really? No way. Joe Burrow? I thought he was going to be Rookie of the Year before injury. Roethlisberger. No, not on the undefeated team. Ben Roethlisberger. Oh, Fitzpatrick. Why did they bench Fitzpatrick? He was playing so well. I can keep going. Jared Goff on a contending team. Teddy Bridgewater, etc. So here's the thing. You can argue all you want about the fact that Cam Newton is having bad plays and bad stats as he's learning this offense, learning this system as he goes. But Cam Newton's been a perfect fit. He's actually been cover for a team that didn't have any other way to win. That's why Tom Brady departed.
Perfect fit. Stop lying straight to my face. If you're going to lie, turn around and say Cam Newton's been a perfect fit. At least don't look at me when you lie to me.
Cam Newton's been a perfect fit.
Thank you. Look, bro, you told me just 20 minutes ago, what's the average passer rating in the NFL?
93.
93. That's the average.
Average.
So on average, 93 is your pass rating. Can we look at Cam Newton and Patriots wins this season, please? If y'all don't mind.
You want to cut it up. You want to cut it up.
And the games in which they won.
I know you want to cut it up.
He throws for 158 yards per game in their wins, and he has 2 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and his passer rating is an 83, 10 points below the league average in their wins.
I like that.
So in Cam's wins, he's given you 2 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a passer rating well below average. And you're satisfied with that.
Yes. You know why I'm satisfied?
Why?
Because
I don't know.
I always tell you this, and you don't know this about my character. Hopefully you will over time. Just like Cam is going to learn this system over time. Judge a man by the distance traveled. Judge a man by where he started to where he's gone. And guess where Cam Newton started? He started in June 28th, late to the program, and there was no program to go to because it was all virtual. And then he went to a team that the quarterback left. The coach was like, we don't really have a lot of cap money, so we can't do much. We're pretty much in transition this year. So we're not expected to do much. All the pundits are saying, Patriots out of the way. And what are they now? They're in contention. As you laugh at that phrase, they're one of the playoff hunt teams. They're on the outside looking in, but still have a chance to be in there. So now you want to look at Cam Newton. The same person that brought life to the situation is now the same person you're going to condemn. What would they be, I ask you, Acho, without Cam Newton?
At least 5-6.
Oh, my God. With who? With Carson Wentz?
At least 5.
With who?
Marcellus,
stop this. Running the football is what they've been doing.
This, sir.
They're 5th in the league.
You said
what
judge.
Are you talking about?
He said, no, let me get my one shot. Let me get my one shot. Let me get my
by
one
the
shot.
distance traveled.
This man said, judge a man by the distance traveled. Cam Newton started the season 15 for 19 against the Miami Dolphins in a win. Last week, Cam Newton was 9 for 18, 84 passing yards, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. What distance did Cam travel? He didn't travel anywhere.
Yes, he did.
He didn't travel anywhere, Marcellus.
One win to win. Did he go win week 1? Did he go win last week? Yes, he did. And when they needed to play, do you remember the Buffalo game? Last drive, they needed to play. Cam Newton out there running around. Fumble. What happened on this drive when they needed Cam Newton to make a play?
Interception.
No. Get some. What What game are you talking about?
The first 5 minutes left.
I'm talking about in this game, last drive, what did he do? Get him in field goal range, what happened? They kick a field goal, they win that game. That is called overcoming your own issues, bro.
No, Colin said this. I know you hate when I steal from Colin, but what I do
Because you do it all the time.
No, because I borrow from intelligent people. You're a wise man. I've borrowed from you before. You've just been very ignorant lately, but typically you're wise. Colin said this. If my child runs across the street blindly in the middle of traffic and doesn't get hit by a car, I'm not going to applaud him for not getting hit. It was still an idiotic decision. I am going to assess the entirety of the picture.
Okay.
Second to last drive, game on the line. Patriots driving to win. 4 minutes left. Cam Newton throws an interception. Cardinals now go second to last drive.
Oh, it wasn't the last drive.
Cardinals now go down the field to what would have been end the game because the Patriots had not scored at points outside of special teams and big plays. Cardinals go down the field, kick a 45-yard field goal, which should be a gimme in the NFL, and the Cardinals miss. Because the Cardinals miss, Cam gets short field. Cam gets hit late, puts them in field goal range. Their kicker, I believe, makes a 50. I'm not going to applaud Cam Newton for not